New lead in the search for Gabby Petito's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. The search is expanding, with the FBI now looking into possible sightings near the Appalachian Trail. That is where a hiker tells Fox News he spoke with a man he is convinced is Brian Laundrie.
I'm absolutely 100% sure that was the guy. My heart was thumping. And I immediately called the FBI back and I said, listen, I just called you guys, but I'm telling you, this was the guy.
Well, Laundrie does remain the only person of interest in the death investigation of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. Dwayne "Dog" Chapman, known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, joined the search for Laundrie more than a week ago. Since then, he has followed up on leads, and earlier this week, he led a search on a pair of islands off Fort DeSoto here in Florida. Dr. Oz joins us live now with more because Dr. Oz, first, good morning to you. And I know that you spoke with Dog the Bounty Hunter about his efforts just a few minutes ago. What did he have to say?
Well, first of all, that Appalachian Trail commentary, he doesn't believe. He actually identified that individual as having a prior connection to Brian. Not sure what's going on there. Again, this is Dogs reporting. But the big news for him is he really does think that he is alive. He does believe he may have gone to the Appalachian Trail. It's a more hospitable environment for his training. But he also identified that Brian was looking at a lot of very bizarre material, books, videos, many of them just dark. And he thinks that he probably wasn't the violent person to begin with, but he lost his way, and that's why he believes he murdered Ms. Petito. That stated, he doesn't know why the family's being so resistant to helping. He does admit that 50% of the time parents will not help law enforcement when they believe their son's life is in danger, as definitely Brian's life is now, because there's a death penalty in Wyoming.
So we do know then from what Dog the Bounty Hunter is reporting, he does believe that he is out there somewhere on the Appalachian Trail, not here in the state of Florida?
Well, he could be in Florida, but he says it's a little bizarre. That's not where he would have thought he'd run. Right. The family has also said that they let him, they sort of released him into the Florida wetlands. But again, that's not where Brian's specialty of hiking would have helped him the most. So it may have been a diversion attempt to confuse people about where Brian really is. That stated, both leads are being examined aggressively by law enforcement. And again, there are some people who don't want to call law enforcement. And so Dog's got a helpline out there and has been fielding about 3,000 tips now. And there's a big reward that he just announced when we did our interview that you'll hear later today that might also prompt people who run into Brian to share that news.
Oh, can't wait to hear more about that interview with Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dr. Oz, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Stay well. Take care.
You do the same. And we do want to remind you that you can watch the Dr. Oz Show weekdays at 2 p.m. right here on Fox 35.
We're coming up here in Good Day Orlando. The holidays are going to be here before we know it. And Dr. Fauci is now weighing in on how you should spend the holidays.
What you may want to know about what he said before you start planning those family get-togethers. That story is just